Welcome to Alaska! We're Sarah and Ben, and we're travelling across North America in this camper van that we've shipped over from the UK.
Welcome back to Diamonds on Tour.
Those bear-proof bins are great, aren't they? The way they stop the bears being able to get at the rubbish.
Yeah, but I believe it took a while to get the design just right.
Yeah, it's because, you know, there's a really large overlap between the smartest bears and the dumbest people. Well, that was the easiest border crossing we've ever known, in most regards.
And the friendliest.
Super friendly, really lovely guy, just perfect, no issues at all. I had no checks whatsoever on the van, all the stuff about what food you can bring in and everything.
No vehicle documentation checks,
Nothing whatsoever, nothing to do with insurance or anything, just the passports. And that was the one bit that wasn't very smooth, and all it was that his fingerprint scanning machine was having a day off, I think. But interestingly, it didn't need my fingerprints.
Yeah, that was weird.
So Sarah's obviously far less trustworthy than me.
Yeah.
So this is Alaska, and we're heading now up the road to Tok, which is where we're going to be spending our first night here at a harvest host.
Yes.
Well, here just outside Tok on the Alaska Highway is this place called Mukluk Land. Now, a mukluk is that big shoe made from animal skin, and this is the biggest one in the world. This is the sort of thing that happens around here. However, unfortunately we can't visit because it's not open till 1 o'clock and we're on the road. But I just wanted to show you this. This is an old turntable ladder. This is from the Lansing Fire Department. I'm not sure where that is. And as that massive lorry goes past, it's left here to use as a flagpole. But nonetheless, it looks super cool. Just imagine what the guys who crewed these things, what their job was like. Open cab. It's a very, very cool vehicle. Built in 1955, and it served in Lansing in New York. And then it was bought by the Tok Fire Department, who used it until 1999. That's pretty incredible. It's 45 years in service. Imagine what that would have looked like shooting through the streets as recently as 1999. Quite remarkable.
is the height of the floodwater on August the 15th, 1967. And here's the river at the moment. It's right down there, look. Look how low that is. There, on the bank. Jeepers creepers. That's incredible.
I had a very nice couple of nights in Fairbanks at a boondocker's welcome. Stayed at a fabulous couple's house.
Rick and Peggy.
Yeah, Rick and Peggy. Thanks, guys. What a lovely place you've got there. So now we're heading south from Fairbanks down towards the Denali National Park and the mountains down there, which should be quite spectacular if we can see any of them. So I don't know whether the camera's picking it up, but there's quite a lot of smoke in the air. There are some wildfires burning along this route, so we'll see how that affects the journey, if at all.
You can actually smell it, can't we?
Yeah, you can smell it in the air. But Fairbanks was a really nice city. I think it's probably the second biggest city in Alaska, isn't it?
I think it might be.
So we had a nice look round, a couple of the touristy spots, and we visited the visitor centre, little museum there. That's very nice. But what was the super highlight?
Oh, it was the, now I can't remember the name of it, Ben, but it was a vintage car museum.
Yeah. So it was a museum of all the American-built cars from the very first cars, somewhere like 1899 and stuff, so really old, up to the Second World War. So the newest car was 1936, I think. And they were absolutely fantastic, really beautiful.
Beautiful. They'd been restored so brilliantly. And did the gentleman say that all but three, or was it the lady that told us, all but three cars actually work and can be driven?
And they've got something like 78 cars or something, and a number of motorcycles. So yeah, really beautiful. But what was really cool about the museum was the way they were presented, with period costumes and old photos and film from when these cars were in use.
Yeah.
It was really fabulous, wasn't it?
Yeah. I did want to speak to the ladies on the way out about that, just to make a comment really, but they were busy with other customers. But honestly, the costumes were just stunning, absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where they got them from, but they were the original costumes. They were beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and the cars were absolutely stunning. Some of them absolutely enormous.
Yes.
Like, a car with 2 seats that is pretty close to as big as this long wheelbase Sprinter van.
Yeah.
They were really fabulous.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a fantastic museum.
Yeah.
So well done, guys. That's a fabulous place.
Really nice. Very well done indeed.
Yeah. Very recently, and I mean like 500 miles recently, we had a brand new set of tyres, those BFG KO3 tyres, which are doing great, no complaints at all about the tyres. But on the way here, up the Alaska Highway, one of them went down. So we had to stop at the roadside and top it up. It went down again very quickly, so I put the spare wheel on. And we found a tyre place in Fairbanks, Giant Tyre. So thanks Giant Tyre, great guys. And they tested it, and it turns out the wheel itself had cracked, where the centre part of the steel wheels welded to the rim. The weld had cracked, and it was just leaking air out. So I think it's a combination of the age of the wheels, the weight of the van, a lot of weight on the rear axles, and the state of the roads we've been driving on. Some of these gravel roads that really hammer the wheels has actually cracked one of the wheels, but unbelievably they had some of these Mercedes wheels in stock, brand new wheels, which is absolutely remarkable. They said they're the only place in Alaska that would have any wheels like that. They'd brought them in from somewhere down in the Midwest. So absolute fluke of chance that we managed to find a brand new wheel, and they relieved us of $200 for the privilege. But so far, all's good.
Yeah.
The only concern is that means we're running 3 wheels that are not brand new. So yeah, maybe more on that later in this trip.
Can you check them or something?
Not really.
No.
Not really. There was nothing visibly wrong with that one until he put it in water, and there was bubbles pouring out of the weld.
They were very good though, weren't they?
Yeah.
And a real sort of like, I don't know, not old-fashioned isn't the right word,
Yeah,
but
family business.
yeah, real traditional tyre place, you know, that just cracked on and did it, and the ladies in the front office, they were so funny.
Yeah.
They got great senses of humour, and our mechanic was just brilliant, really.
Yeah,
so
really
that's
cool.
really good.
Really cool. One thing that tells you a little bit about the type of business, there was a little sign on the wall, and it said, one of the secrets to a successful business is being able to find a way to fix a problem, not to find an excuse why you can't. That's very true words. Well, the Tanana River, as we come into, is this town called Nenana?
Nenana. I did see that somewhere, yeah.
Yeah. This is Denali National Park. We've driven here today on the way from Fairbanks down towards Anchorage, and over here, right in the distance, well, I don't think you can see, it might be a bit of cloud that we're seeing, is actually Mount Denali, which, funnily enough, is actually from the base of the mountain to the top of it, the highest mountain in the whole world. And that's because Everest starts, the bottom of Everest is already quite high. So bit of a claim to fame. They reckon that is the highest mountain in the world. Wow, I think we've done it again. We've found one of the most amazing park ups you could imagine. That is Denali National Park just over there, and Mount Denali is probably 60 odd miles in that direction. Such a beautiful spot. And can you hear that? There's a nest of bald eagles just down there, and that's the babies calling for their mum or dad to bring them a nice tasty fish. So we're hoping we're going to be able to see them a little bit later. What an amazing spot this is. What's the name of this river again?
Okay.
What's the name of this river again?
Nana.
Nana. Was it Nenana? This is the Nenana River, and it's got some real flow to it. Still got some flow coming down off the mountains with the snow melt. I'm going to have to go and get the big lens on the camera and see if I can see these eagles.
Don't be showing my dirty water, please.
Oh no, I'm showing the view out the window.
Yeah. Good morning. And a lovely morning it is too. We've left our park up at it was on Denali National, well, just outside the national park of Denali, but we could see obviously the mountain range in front of us that's part of Denali. We camped the night on a river. It was beautiful, and now we're set off along the road with a quest to find the actual Denali mountain. And we keep seeing things in the distance with lots of snow on, and we think that's it, that's the one. Then we see another one, and that's the one. So we'll get there eventually, and we'll be able to film that. We're really grateful today because the sky has cleared. It was rather smoky yesterday, and there's been some wind, so it seems to have blown the smoke away from here. So we have got a clear view now of all the mountains. So fingers crossed that continues and we can see what we're looking for this morning. We pulled into the town of our harvest host, not knowing anything about the place really. To be honest, it was just a convenient stop along our journey, and it looked like it was in a nice spot. So we booked it, and they've actually got some sort of festival going on. So yeah, there's all sorts of things happening here. And there's lots and lots of people here. And our harvest host park up is literally just up 2 blocks away, a very short distance from the main road. So excellent. This is perfect. So over there at Nagley's store is possibly the world's only mare who is a cat, and they've had a cat as a mare here for more than 2 decades. Have a look at him, he's pretty smart.
Stealth camping going on by the looks of it here in Talkeetna.
Yeah.
Absolutely no problem whatsoever. That was a really cool find, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. A big surprise.
Yeah. Yeah, we found this on Harvest Host. So we just parked on somebody's front driveway. And as we arrived, we had no idea what to expect. And here it is, this super popular touristy spot, and it was very cool.
Very cool. Lots of touristy shops though, but some decent places as well for food and drink, which is nice.
That's the general store where the mayor of the town lives. There is the cat. And today we're going to have our very first view on this trip of the Pacific Ocean. So it means we'll have crossed from Atlantic to Pacific. And that, I think, is quite an achievement, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's quite amazing, I think. I think that's just stunning. I can't wait to see the sea again. I'm really looking forward to that. Very excited.
And we're crossing our fingers that there's going to be lots of eagles.
Yeah.
eating the
maybe a
salmon.
whale or two,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, we're
It's
not.
Alaska after all, cylinder.
Yeah, we're not too picky, but bald eagles
I do have
eating salmon.
Yeah, that would be good. I do have some high expectations, Ken.
Of course.
I mean, it is. Yeah, we've travelled all this way.
Yeah, we'll have driven 11,000 miles to get there.
But yes, let's wait and see.
Well, they're going for very large flags around here. Well, this is Anchorage. Today we're just going straight through the city on the Seward Highway because we're heading down the Turnabout Arm, I think it's called, isn't it? Which is it's a fjord that goes up towards Whittier, and that's the way you go to get towards Seward and that peninsula that's underneath Anchorage. Well, this is an exciting moment. This is our first view of the Pacific Ocean. How very cool.
Can't believe it. All those miles of travel.
It's just 11,000 miles we've driven since we were at the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah. Incredible.
And there we are.
Cloud hanging over down there, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really nice.
Sadly though, the sea here wasn't covered in bald eagles hunting salmon.
No.
I think we might be about 2 weeks early for that, really.
Yeah.
Still, I did get a shot, very distant shot from the other side of 3 bald eagles, but it was a really rubbish shot.
Tide times weren't working too much in our favour, were they? To be fair.
No. Anyway, we're going now a little bit further down the Turnagain Arm towards Whittier, which is the town that is only accessible by going through a tunnel. So we've paid $13 for the tunnel fee, and that's that really. There are some places further down here where there might be some eagles. So if you see some pictures of eagles before you see a picture of a tunnel, then you know we were lucky. As we continue our search for eagles and enter the tunnel to Whittier, we're leaving you for this week. Thanks for being here with us, and don't miss next week's episode when we see these incredible orca and whales.